streaming live every Friday night, it's Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Welcome. First off, let me apologize for our technical difficulties. We were supposed to have started at 10. We did start at 10, but it seems like for the last hour we've been having sound problems, and we've also been having camera problems. Thank you to our viewers and listeners who have been chatting. We do have the live chat that's working. We're going through Facebook. We're also going through our website. If you're having trouble on the website, try Facebook. If you're having trouble on Facebook, try the website. We're still trying to figure this out, so we definitely appreciate you working with us. This is our first time show. We already did our introductions. We did a lot already. Most likely what we'll do is we'll try and re-record this show and have the audio version for you guys so you can hear the show in its entirety, even though that the visual messed up. We'll be working on that in the next week so that this doesn't happen again. So make sure that you subscribe to us and follow and like us so that we can give you updates and let you know when everything's going good. Right now it seems like everything's pretty okay. Text us or chat us and let us know if we don't have sound or you can't hear us. We're definitely down for the feedback. So I'm Miss Fancy Pants. This is Vinny Cenzo.
And this is Street Talk with the Swift Gang on GoHamRadio.com. And just like Miss Fancy Pants said, thank you very much, everyone, for helping us out and trying to kind of work us through our first show problems here. As you may have saw on our webpage, we are using the hashtag first show problems just to let you guys know that we're working through it. So thank you so much for all the feedback. Let us know if we suck. Let us know if we're doing good. Let us know if you want to hear something. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Harlan, who on Facebook, he is a P1 listener right off the bat.
Shout out to Harlan.
Because he was the first one to let us know that he could see us, but he couldn't hear us. So Harlan, you go right to the top of the list if you're still listening, okay? Anytime you want, you chat the show and you let us know what you want to hear, and we're going to make sure that the DJ puts it as his first song on the playlist. Why don't you give a
shout out to Harlan, since he is watching, listening, and I think he's one of your fans.
He is such a loyal supporter. Thank you so much. He's also a musician too, so I don't know if maybe he can comment and you guys can get the links to his stuff too. But thank you so much for sticking in there with us, and we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Kamela. If you guys didn't know, Kamela is in the building. She's an artist. What we're going to be doing is we're going to interview her. She's going to do a live performance now that we do have the sound going. What we'll do is we'll play her music video for you while we get her set up, and then we'll be playing a preview of one of her songs that she's got coming up on her new EP called Dream Queen, correct? Yes. All right. So without further ado, why don't we kind of get into some topics? So it's going to be this weekend. This weekend's Labor Day weekend. That means banks and everything is closed, all government buildings and stuff like that. We got paid today, so thank God they paid me today because the bank is closed on Friday and my money probably won't last till Monday. Or they're closed on Monday.
They're closed on Monday.
I apologize.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting your money on Monday if you don't cash it. If you don't cash it by Saturday.
Cash out now.
So
what are you doing this weekend?
Well, this weekend it is my birthday tomorrow. So
happy 21st birthday, Vinny.
Right, my 92nd birthday. I'm very excited about that.
92nd. Well, you look good for your age, sir.
Thank you. Well, it's that it's those anti-age creams that you see on the infomercials late at night when you can't fall asleep. You just subscribe to that 30-day trial and just, it just...
Which one do you recommend?
I think it's the Cindy Crawford one.
Oh, my God. He actually knows of one.
These. Yeah. Well, there's a story behind that. I used to work for a company that sold, chains of products like Proactive and other things like that. But
does it work?
Probably not. Probably not. I lasted a month. The moment that they tried to get me to try to take an 80-year-old... No. This is true story. So I was an in-caller, and I had to take care of contracts. I had to retain people. So basically what they do with these infomercials is that they con you into buying their products. So sure, it says, hey, one purchase of $19.95. But what they don't tell you is that it automatically enrolls you in autopay. So when you use your debit card, every week or every 3 months, you'll receive some sort of shipment from this company that you only wanted one thing from, because unless you opt out of it, they automatically charge you and send you stuff. So, I'll get like this 85-year-old...
So how many free...
Yeah, so I'll get like this 85-year-old woman who'll call me like, sir, I don't understand why I'm spending $125 a month on this beauty products. I have too much and I don't use it, and it's all my Social Security money. And like,
I'm too far gone already.
Yeah, like I feel bad because my job is supposed to basically talk them into spending their money, and these ladies are telling me they're using their Social Security money to pay for this stuff, and I just in my good heart, yeah. So after a month, it did not last very long, and the same thing kind of with the Proactive. I had one girl call me on the phone, and she was like, "This stuff doesn't work. It's burning my face. Screw you." It was just like, it was really bad. And, so once I realized that, maybe it was a gimmicky thing, How
long did you last?
4 weeks. No, really. Yeah, like after
you got 2 paychecks.
Well, no, you see, they didn't give me the first paycheck because they didn't process it. So I figure, so I literally quit on payday. When they paid me, I put in my, I didn't show up to work. I called no show, and then went in, picked up my check, and gave them my resignation letter that I was immediately done with them. I figure it is what it is. But
well, thank you for your story.
that's our story of the day. I think we should get to more interesting stories like Mela. I think we should probably start getting into her and talking to her. She seems pretty anxious over there. I think she wants to crack the mic.
Yeah, let your people know sound is on. The microphone is on. Shout out to my mom. I know she was one of our, of course, your mom's your #1 fan. And
loyal listener.
She has been a very loyal listener. Even when we had no sound, she was watching us mime for an hour. So I appreciate that.
She's an MP1, a mom P1.
A mom P1.
Yes.
And shout out to my sister and everyone else who's been helping us. We are getting started. We are Go Ham Radio, which means we're giving opportunity, help, and mentorship to those with talent looking to break into the industry. So if you guys are interested in having your own show, you want to stream, make sure you email us at requests@gohamradio.com, and we'll be able to talk to you, figure out what your goals are, what you'd like to do, and how we can help you achieve those things. That's what Go Ham is here. We want to be able to provide a platform. We're building a bridge between talent and industry. So Street Talk with the Swift Gang is going to be our pilot show that we have. It'll be every Friday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. After the show streams live, we will have the audio version available in a podcast. And any of the live DJ sets, we will not have those because we'd like to encourage you to go to DJ Roscoe's website. Maybe we can talk with DJ Roscoe a little bit, have him say a little bit about himself, where he's come from. Here, let's give him a microphone. Here you go, sir. Turn it on.
Yeah, and we'll introduce ourselves here a little bit as we go around the show. We'll find some time to introduce anybody.
We're going to let Mela get her mind right and everything before we start asking her some questions, and then we'll get her on the mic to perform a little doo-wop. Don't get nervous now. You've had an hour and 15 minutes.
All right, Roscoe, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself,
right,
DJ Roscoe,
camera,
our in-house DJ.
In-house DJ. Hold on to it. All right. Well, just talk to him. Let him know what's up.
Thank you.
Are you on? Is your microphone on? Test.
Test.
All
Test.
right.
Test.
Loud.
Test. Check 1 2.
Go.
Test 1 2. I'm a DJ, also a producer, also a graphic designer. Coming to you straight from my hometown in Jamaica. First time me being here on the radio show is an extreme pleasure and honor for me to be vibing with the Swift Gang.
All right, Trevor. Thank you very much, Trevor. Well, Trevor comes from us all the way from Jamaica, like he just said. He's a DJ, he's a producer. He makes great music. He's going to be spinning basically all of our music and performing the music live with Mela during our shows. Our show tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of like a duet. It'll be her first duet with DJ Roscoe. Don't get any ideas. Don't worry.
Oh, wow. Some claws came out right there. Oh, my God. This is Judge Mills Lane. Ding,
We're
ding,
going to
ding,
talk with
ding.
Mela, and you guys are going to find out a little bit more about her and a little bit about us as well. Thank you, DJ Roscoe. Shout out to Jennifer McMillan, who's out there in St. Louis watching us, as well as Peggy Payne. Thank you for all the love and support that you're giving us all the way in the center of our country, Midwest. So, what else, Farg? We haven't talked with you for a little bit, so let me give you the mic. You can introduce yourself to our listeners, let them know who you are, where you came from, and what you have to contribute to this show besides talent.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, it's Farg here. F-A-R-G. There's a story behind that. I'll probably get into that at some point in time. I am a transplant from the Pacific Northwest. Came down here for school. Been making music for about 10 years, and I started by DJing through high school and college. So I hope to contribute maybe some DIY hacks here and there. Anything with moving parts and or electrons moving through it is kind of my game. So thank you guys for listening. Thanks for bearing with us on this first run through. You're going to see exponential improvement here in the near future. So thanks, guys.
You know, but that's what it is. This is a podcast.
Yes.
This is ham radio. Ham radio is exactly that. We're fresh, we're new, we're amateurs. I mean, we do have some professional backgrounds, but we are not professionally funded. And we are funded by our own bank accounts, our own Piggy Go Ham bank accounts.
Yes.
And we're trying to do this just to kind of basically to get this out of us. We are radio people, and we ourselves have been caught between talent and industry. So just like we want to be able to create a platform for you guys, we have now created a platform for ourselves. We do a lot of things, and unfortunately, when we live in an industry where or we work in an industry that's very competitive, it's almost as if, like politics, you have to die in order for there to be room for you. And then when you do get in, it's a very tight-knit clique. So here at Go Ham Radio and here at Street Talk, we want to be able to offer a mic and offer a voice to everyone out there and be able to let you guys do what you do, you know, talk to us. We want to know who you are. So do make sure that you follow us and like us on Facebook, share with your friends. And like I said, next week we'll be, and like Fark said, we're going to have things tightened up. You know, with our first run, we're able to see what the kinks are. So, but you guys are our number ones. You guys are definitely our day one fans. So please stick with us. We're going to have a great show for you. So, Vinny, why don't you talk to us a little bit about how to make some money?
Don't spend any to start off. Yes, that's probably the easiest way that you can do. To make some money. Probably the best way to make some money, I would recommend.
Donating sperm.
Well, actually, yeah, that's probably the best way to make some quick money. I mean, if
it might actually cost you some money if you think about it.
If you don't smoke, you're like over 5'11", you weigh between like 200. Sounds like I looked through those requirements, didn't I? Obviously, I didn't qualify.
Says who? You've got 2.5 kids. You've donated them to someone.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is I actually have an old high school friend of mine that we ended up having not a falling out, but we just lost touch after a while. But his freshman year of college, in order to make some money, actually did that.
Really?
And one of the big things that he talked about afterwards, which is why, because I had actually contemplated it before, just because, well, when you're young and you need some money, because there's no way you can get money,
I've contemplated donating my eggs.
So it's a good price. But here's the deal, right? So his biggest thing, because I was, then he started to think about, well, now I don't know where my kids are at. And I'm like, I couldn't live with that.
Oh, you just have babies out there somewhere.
What if my tube was a real popular tube? Like, let's say I had 900 kids out there. Like, they just 900 requests for my
when you donate sperm,
I wouldn't be able
you're
to just
donating a piece of you to the world. So I feel that
Right.
if you want something out of return, like if you want to know if your kid is rich and famous and you want to get some kind of recognition for that, then I feel like you're not donating your sperm as a selfless act. It's almost, if you're donating it for money, I guess it's selfish to begin with. You're just
well, yeah, because you're just donating
doing it for
to
money.
Yeah, well, I think you know me well enough. See, my thing is if I were to, I love my kids too much. If I had 900 babies out there, I would want to be a part of every single one of their lives.
Well,
and there's not
great.
enough child support money to go around for all that. and so yeah, there's no 30 grand, 30
What's
grand
10% of nothing, Jesus? 10% of nothing.
Oh my God. It would just be 900 different little league baseball. Whoa, geez,
You'd
ballet
probably have the whole-
recitals. Oh my
You'd
God.
have the whole league.
I could probably start a league.
Vincenzo now recruiting. Isn't there something going on in Little Italy this weekend? Isn't there some kind of competition going on in Little Italy?
There is a stickball competition going on in Little Italy, which is a lot of fun. If you've never been, it's basically, well, if you've ever been to New York back in the day.
Well, let's let our guests and listeners know that Little Italy is a sub-city in San Diego. So
They have Little Italies in other towns.
but the one we're specifically talking about is the one in San Diego. Or unless
Well, yeah, here
unless
in San
in
Diego.
every Little Italy tomorrow there will be a stickball competition.
Okay, so Little Italy San Diego will be hosting a stickball tournament. And if you don't know what
Thank you for that
stickball
clarification.
is, well, yes, anytime. If you don't know what stickball is basically a stick and a small little rubber ball, and you try to hit it like baseball. And there's stickball for you.
Is it a is it a professional sport?
No, but it has developed some of the greatest hitters baseball has ever seen.
Name one.
Jolton Joe DiMaggio.
Is that a real person?
Yeah,
Remember, I know nothing of sports.
exactly. Exactly. So I could totally be bluffing right now, and you couldn't even call me out if you tried.
I called you out. I mean,
Well, he's real. He's real.
I might have to Google him.
Yeah.
All right.
So is Catfish Hunter. There's a real baseball player named Catfish Hunter.
I thought that was a show.
And Raleigh Fingers.
What are you people naming your children these days? I mean, I guess that's what you name a
Well,
famous person.
these are players from like the 70s and the 50s and
I know nothing of sports.
Yogi Berra.
I was say I know Yogi Bear. Berra. Oh. All right. Well, okay. How about let's cut back. We're going to take a little break. We're going to show you Kaymella's video. I know we had talked about making some money. She's going to be singing her money maker for you guys, but we want you to check out her video. We're a little late in the show, so we're kind of cutting through some things. We did want to talk about how you could make some money, how you can save some money with it being Labor Day and having 3-4 days off. But really, I think it's more important that we get to Kay. She's here. She took the time out, and that's really what you guys are here for. You don't give...
Yeah,
you don't care about us.
Yeah,
you don't care about how to make money, right? You don't,
no,
if you want to know
no.
how to make money,
We're the
chat
last-
us.
yeah, those are
I'll
the
send you a whole look. We have a whole list. I'll
Yes.
tell you a whole list how
Yeah.
you can make money.
Yeah.
You know, Uber, sell sperm, sell eggs, sell your hair. I don't know. Watch animals, watch houses, sell your house on Airbnb, sell your
babysit.
services as an Uber Lyft driver. Shoot, I even know that you can go online and do like SurveyMonkey and do surveys. Like while you're at work making money, you can like on the low do SurveyMonkey.com.
There used to be places at the mall that you can go to.
And they would pay you $5.
And they'd pay you whatever to like, hey, try
Yeah.
this experimental pill, see if your hair grows back or something. And then it's like they would.
I didn't do that. I did like quizzes and
or
surveys. I
or
wasn't
sometimes you'll
taking a
hear
pill.
or sometimes you'll hear the you'll hear ads on the radio that's like, if you'd like to try this new experimental drug for sleep apnea, please call 1-800 yada yada yada.
If you would like to be
For
a
a
medical
6-week
test
for a
dummy, you could
6-week
also make
trial.
money that way too. But
Look, they want to know how to make money. I'm just providing them a service.
right. All right, Farg. Well, do we have her video available? Just the 30 seconds. Is it possible for us to replace that with her full video? Okay, so we just
right.
had a 30-second preview of her video, but we're actually going to play the full video for you so that we can give her time to set up. We're going to set the camera up so that you can see her. We're going to do a split-screen interview with her. We'll ask some questions. I know more about her than Vinny, so Vinny, I'll have you ask some of the questions so that you can get to know
Of course.
Kaymella.
Of
You know.
course.
All right. So thank you for listening. Who are some of our followers and our watchers right now? Let's give a shout out to who we have right now.
Yeah, so what I'm seeing right now is we got actually my cousin who lives in Germany.
Okay.
He's got the same name as me. His name is Vincenzo Alatorre. Vinci, hello, nice to see you. Thanks for listening into our show. We also have Mr. David Anton, who is a friend of mine through the radio business. that I
Hi,
met.
David.
He's actually works for it, and he's going to get so pissed because he's told me this like 1,000 times, and I butcher it because I can never remember one of the two. It's one of the two companies. It's either Upper Deck or Tops. He works for one of the two, and he always has.
Why don't you go to his Facebook page right now and
He's
see
got
where he works?
Some of the coolest swag ever. He's hooked me up with.
Really?
And he's kind of like my buddy. We end up always running into each other at goals games, baseball games,
Look at that.
football games. He's kind
Radio
of
streams.
He's a big fanatic just like myself. And it looks like
Perfect.
we also have our in-house DJ listening and watching live from his computer. So thank you, DJ Roscoe, for watching us live.
DJ Roscoe in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Who else do we have on there? It says we have, 14 viewers, or is that not live?
Well, we have 6 viewers live right now, according to what it's saying. Oh, look, a flood of likes just out of
That's
nowhere.
from Roscoe. I know his style.
Oh, that's his style, huh? Well, thank you, Roscoe, for liking us.
Thank you, Roscoe.
Our first P1 ever, Harlan J. Lovings III.
All right.
I don't know if he's still listening, but if you are, thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it, brother. Jennifer McMillan, that's from your side of the family.
That is my sister. Hey, Jen. Thank you. Her bedtime is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 6 p.m. our time, and she is up right now. So I appreciate you getting out of bed to support, and you were even watching for an hour with no sound. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time for that. Hopefully.
That's family dedication right there.
Hopefully I did my makeup well, so at least, I had a face for radio. So, all right. Well, how about we get to the video? Kay, why don't you come and introduce the video before we play it? Why don't you come on the camera and do a little introduce it.
Where am I? Oh, hey guys. It's Kamela here.
There we go. There's the mic.
Sorry.
It's okay.
This is my first song, Who I Am. Had a really great time shooting the video in San Diego. It's so beautiful out here. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll talk more about it and where I'm from and how I got here and all that good stuff.
All right, Fark, so we got that video ready? All right, let's check it out.
Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? I try to feel your love, but in the end, I get a feeling that you try to control me. Oh yeah. You wanna please me, but you never can. You only gotta love me for who I am. Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? And when you finally love me, you put no one up above me. That's when I know that you need me, and I can finally be me. Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? Who I am, who I am. Why can't you love me for who I am? In the morning I can hear you calling, but there's really no one there for me. I used to be the one who's falling. Now I'm gonna be the one to set you free. Tell me I want everything my way, but you don't know who I really am. You take the time, you might even find me, and we won't have to pretend. Who
We have Kay Miller. We're getting her all mic'd up. Just a little bit about her. She is originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York to be exact. Yes, representing the East Coast here tonight. She has a dog, or she loves dogs.
I have a dog and I love dogs.
She has a dog and she loves dogs. Red-nosed pit bull.
Yes.
Shake it like a red-nosed named Rudy. And another little kind of fun fact about her is that she's vegan.
Yay!
I guess that's yeah, right. I guess it's a lot more popular and frequent these days. I'm sorry. I give you all the credit in the world. I'm sure it's so good for you, but
It's
there's
been a journey. I've been a vegan for 7 months now, so it's definitely a new thing.
It's a new thing.
But it's a new great thing. I was trying for about 3 months before that, so in total 10 months of me trying. But the first 3 months, I would like be good for a month and then mess up and eat some fried chicken or like
man.
you know like. I'm
That's
like
it.
my family is Jamaican, so like I would just like get some oxtails and be like,
Oh,
oh
my.
my god. But after the 3rd month of that, I just finally decided to just make that commitment, and it's been cool ever since.
Well, kudos to you because I can't do it. I can't. I am carnivorous. I enjoy my juicy In-N-Out burger, and I can't go on a diet because I cook all the time, and I love to eat, and so every day is a cheat day for me. So.
You can have cheat days as a vegan too, but it's
Oh, you
like
get to have,
not
like, candy
all
tofu?
that. No, you just get to eat more.
More veggies?
I don't even eat tofu.
No tofu.
I don't even eat tofu that much.
No.
Too much tofu is not that good for you, but beans, vegetables.
Because they have a lot of protein
rice,
and stuff like
sweet
that.
potato, yeah.
I love bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are
Acai
good.
bowls.
I've never had that before.
What?
Never had that.
Oh my god.
It's like this craze that's been going
It's
on,
like
and I've been holding
it's like
out.
a powerhouse bowl. It's like everything that you need in a day's worth of.
So like a natural 5-hour energy
Yeah,
without.
it's just so good. You should definitely try one.
All right, I'm gonna have to give it a shot.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
I think our listeners would like to know a little bit more about you. So we've already talked about, you're a vegan. You're from Brooklyn, New York. You mentioned that you're Jamaican.
I am. So both my parents are from Jamaica, and I have some Indian descent in my family too. So
All right.
yeah, so
That's
I'm a
that's
little,
pretty
A
cool.
little bit of mixed up of a lot of different cultures, but that's what the Caribbean is.
Right.
So I love the Caribbean. I love the food, the music, the vibe. I don't know if you've ever visited, but it's just such a welcoming.
It's on my list. My wife's
Yeah,
Puerto
beautiful
Rican,
place.
so I am all for the
Yeah.
Caribbean. It is a place that I want to go and party in.
That's
So
where I want to end up eventually, where I want to settle down.
good for you.
Yeah.
Good for
by
you.
the beach, but San Diego's awesome. Pretty close.
It's kind of like the Caribbean, right? It's still got the beach
Yeah.
setting and the fish tacos. Well, they don't have fish tacos in the Caribbean, do
My
they?
parents came to visit me here, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's so slow here. Like, how do you live here?" They've been in New York for like a really long time, but San Diego is really, it's just chill.
It's the smallest big town you've ever been
Yeah,
in,
it's
isn't
like
it?
nowhere is like too far from another distance, like 20-30 minutes max. And like the traffic is not even really that bad. It's like what? 40
Oh yeah, compared to
minutes?
LA or
Yeah,
New
I can
York, it's
totally deal
terrible.
with
Or San
that.
Francisco, it's awful.
But yeah, it's been I've been here for 2 years now. So.
Good. Well, we're glad that you're out here, and I know that you've been working on a lot of music since you've been out here, and it's something that you really enjoy doing. We've had an opportunity to look at some of the stuff that you put out, and one of the big questions that I got for you is, do you create your own beats? Is that something that you do yourself?
So I do a little bit of everything. I do create some beats on my own. I do like browse and buy some beats. Before I did this project, I've would just find beats online, try to create as much of a base as I could as possible, and then I found someone out here who was a really great songwriter, composer, knew a lot of different instruments, so he was able to kind of bring like my ideas to life. So this new project that I have coming out, Dream Queen, it was a collaborative effort, but it was based on a lot of like things that I had worked on in the past that, when you work with yourself, you can only reach to like a certain level, especially I'm still in the process of learning instruments too. So it's all like a journey, but it's been great. So I have this project that's coming out soon. I'm thinking like middle of this month. It's more of like a fall vibe. So
Right on.
yeah, so I'm excited about that.
So you mentioned these projects, and you've had multiple of them, and it's something that you're obviously searching and you're going through. Where do you find your sources of inspiration when it comes to creating some of the music or some of the things that you want to incorporate into your music? Where do you draw from?
You know, it's just like everyday struggles. I try to, in my music, talk about things that we can all relate to and sort of things that touch the heart. I'm really like, I guess, an emotional person. I'm a Cancer, so I'm really in touch with my emotions.
There you go.
And this next project is really emotional. It's really like R&B based. Really all about the feels. That's what it's about. So
I like that. If it's R&B based, I can mess with that. That's
so
good.
it's a little different than the first single I put out, which is more of a vibey, sort of like, you know, reggae influence kind of thing, where this project is going to be a little more on the soft and sultry and emotional side. So, yeah.
Okay, I like that. And so we got a release date. We're looking sometimes in the middle of this month, you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
I can't believe it's the first already, by the way.
It is the first. I know.
Yeah.
It's where's this year gone by? It's insane. So you draw some inspiration. Is there any, you have, who's your core group? Like, do you have some main supporters? You got, I know you mentioned your parents are out in New York. Are they pretty big on your music? Are they supporting? Do you have a good support group out here that helps you out with your music? Or
I do. You know, my family took a little while to come around with me wanting to do music. Like, I did go away to school. I went away to college, got my degree, like, and still, like, you know, fell back into music. But now they are my biggest supporters, and they see my vision, and, you know, it kind of took me just working a little bit harder and putting something together to have to show them, like, hey, I'm really serious about this. And once I did that, they're like, okay. And, you know, I just gained a little bit more respect when it came to, like, me taking this seriously. And I have such a great group of friends here in San Diego. As a lot of my coworkers, they're so supportive, and I just started Instagram, and I have like strangers that I don't even know, like, commenting on my stuff, telling me, you know, how great it is.
Isn't that the
and,
greatest
yeah,
feeling? Doesn't
and
that
like
feel
just
so
for me
cool?
to keep going and keep pushing, and it just feels awesome.
it's like an affirmation. It's like it makes you
Yeah,
feel
of
like what you're
course.
doing is helping,
Of
is
course.
making people feel a certain way, or drawing an
Yeah.
emotion, and you're getting something out of it. It's like they appreciate your work.
Yeah,
that you
and
got
it takes
going
a
on.
lot to just put something out, like, you know, to feel like you're ready to be like, hey, like, I'm just gonna put this out here. But I feel like it was time, and I feel like, you know, things are going at a good pace, so I'm excited.
So with all that being said, I mean, obviously you're very focused. You're very geared towards this. Seems like you got a good support group. You got your inspiration down. So in the next, maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 years, 7 years, you got a 5, 10-year plan ahead for you professionally with your music, or is this still maybe something that you're kind of doing like as a hobby, or is it something that you're trying to do hardcore?
No, I mean, I definitely am looking at this as a, you know, as a career change for me. It's been a dream of mine for such a long time, and I'm just a firm believer in, you know, you don't want to live with shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And wondering, what if I went for this, and it's like, we only have like one chance, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's either you go for it, or you're just going to settle for, you know, whatever it is that you want to settle for, you know what I mean? So, and I'm just not a fan of, like, or a supporter of settling for anything.
I couldn't agree more. You know, there's nothing worse than just settling for mediocrity.
Yeah.
You know, I mentioned, well, earlier when we were having our audio problems, you know, I mentioned I'm a high school football coach. And so one of the big things that I try to stress to my players, you know, they're young boys, are about 14, 15 years old, is, you know, don't settle for just being average. You know, try to push yourself, take yourself to that next level where you've never put yourself, because you'll thank yourself for it, and at the end of the day, you'll end up getting yourself. You'll learn how to achieve and strive for things bigger and better than you are.
Yeah, and you are your bigger supporter too. So if you're not down for your cause, nobody else
Nobody
is,
else
you know
will.
what I mean? So
I want to talk a little bit more about that music video, because I loved it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really cool. Not to mention it gets very, very steamy in certain parts. So, you know, who you know, what guy isn't going to like that? So what was your favorite part about shooting that video? What did you enjoy?
this was actually my first video shoot ever, so I was actually kind of nervous. My favorite part was going shopping for the outfits and picking it out, and just we shot just randomly all around San Diego. So we walked around and kind of pinpointed locations of, you know, where we think would have worked well. Like that mural was somewhere in Pacific Beach. I think we shot on Pacific Beach too. One of these scenes was actually in my backyard.
Very cool.
So we kind of
couldn't tell.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell.
improvised and we had fun. We shot it in about 4 days too. So it was
Wow.
very fast.
How long did it take to edit it?
You know, the guy that I worked with, it was so random, and it's crazy how the universe works sometimes, but I was supposed to shoot the video with another videographer, but it ended up falling through, and I actually put on a ad on Craigslist. Yeah, because I had a small budget for the video. I put out a Craigslist ad, hey, this is my budget. I'm trying to shoot this video. I gave them the link to the SoundCloud for the audio of the song. And I had about like 20-something people hit me back up. Like, hey, I'm trying to do this. I love your song. And it was so cool just to see
like the
how much
reception on
talent
it?
there's in San Diego, one. And like people were feeling my stuff and wanted to, you know, work with me. So it was cool. Ended up going with this guy from Oregon. His style was just really unique and cool and just different. And he was on vacation with visiting his girlfriend for that week.
Little kill two birds with one stone.
And
there.
had all his equipment, all his gear with him.
He was
It
ready to
super
make
cool.
money.
Yeah, hell yeah. So it was super cool.
Like,
It was
baby, I
very
love you, but I'm here to make money.
She came with him. It was
She's
cool.
down for the
Yeah,
hustle.
she was
Oh,
down.
man. She
Another
is.
way to make
Another
money.
way to make money.
Hustle with bae.
Find a significant other that's going to support you. Support your cause.
Take your electronics with you on vacation.
Right?
Yes.
You never know. So it was really cool. He was younger too, so it was nice to have like a different perspective. He was from a totally different part of the country.
Sure.
It was really dope, and it's really like kind of meant to be, I felt.
Well, the music was great. The music video was great. You sound great in the music. I can't wait to hear you live. Before we get you up, mic'd up, and get you to perform live, because I think we're gonna cut to a quick break, right, while she gets mic'd. So before we get you all mic'd up, I want you to let our listeners know where can they find your music? Where can they find your stuff? What are some social sites that you're on, or where can they get your sound?
So I do have an Instagram, k.mella at Instagram.
Is it the letter K?
K-A-Y, sorry, K-A-Y.MELLA. And I do have a Facebook page, same thing, just K-Mella, no dot, so just K-A-Y space M-E-L-L-A. And my music is primarily on SoundCloud right now. I'm thinking of releasing my EP on iTunes and Spotify.
When is your EP supposed to be released?
Mid-September.
Okay, so that's
Very soon.
It's soon.
I mean, it's
We're gonna need an autograph.
it's basically
copy.
done. I just got all the masters done, so I'm just.
Well, as soon as we
Saving
get it,
up
we're
good
gonna
time.
make sure that we throw it into the archives for DJ Roscoe to spin.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Alrighty, so I think that's good. I think let's get her mic'd up. Farg, we got a couple PSAs. We ready to roll, brother? All right, let's get that sucker going. Let's get her mic'd up. Stay tuned, everybody. You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang here on GoHamRadio.com. K-Mella, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
This is a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
This is Just Like That off my new EP, one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's a little bit of an intro. I just really want you guys to tune in and stay tuned to what I got coming. I got some good heat for you guys, something different. Alright, we're gonna start from the top. Just like that. Your hands. Ooh, I'm a little early. Just like that. Your hands on my body in that motion. Got my ocean overflowing, baby. Tell me what you're thinking. 'Cause right now you got me hopelessly admitting that I just wanna hold you, console you, so much to show you, to let you know how much I really need you. Yeah, I said I need you. Right on top of my body, the way you grind it, baby, blows my mind. Every time you. Ooh, I don't wanna change the mood, it feels too good. I hope you feel this way. I can't believe we found the groove, is what you do. It gets me through. Alright. That was a little bit more than I was supposed to give.
Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that is San Diego-based artist K-Mella. Incredible. Thank you so much for performing live with us here tonight. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Ladies
you
and gentlemen,
so much.
please check her out on her Instagram. That's K-A-Y.Mella, M-E-L-L-A, correct?
Yes.
All right.
K-Mella.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break real quick. You guys sit tight. We're going to close out this show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay tuned because we got one more segment coming right now. Take it away, Farg.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
This was our first show here on Street Talk with the Swift Gang on GoHamRadio.com. I hope you guys have enjoyed, a little bit of what we've been able to produce for you today. I know it was a kind of a condensed show. It was only about an hour because we've had so many technical difficulties our first hour. But once again, thank you very much for everyone listening. Peggy, thank you so much. David, thank you so much. Vinci, thank you so much. Jennifer, thank you so much. Harlan, thank you so much. You guys for tuning in. Anton, Mr. David Anton, thank you. DJ Roscoe, thank you. And, of course, we have to thank our wonderful and very beautiful artist tonight, Kay Miller, for coming in and performing that song for us. Everyone, check her out. Look out for her new EP coming out in the middle of September. So you guys follow her. This is Miss Fancy Pants and I's first show, Farg's first show, DJ Roscoe's first show. We had some bumps, but I think we did okay. Waiting for Miss Fancy Pants to come back to the mic so she can give her salutations to everybody.
So we talked about earlier on the show some ways that you can... Oh, where's her mic? Look at that. Okay, so we're going to keep it at split screen. So we can ask you some of these questions. So we were talking about how to make money earlier. Do you know how...
Oh, we're still keeping the show going? I thought we were done at 12.
Oh, is it 12 already?
I was closing everything out. We got a minute left.
Oh, it's 12?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, well, shoot. All right, well, I guess we're done. Dang it.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
we had technical difficulties.
Okay, well, can we go?
You want to go longer? Oh, that's fine. We can break it. We can break all the rules.
We
That's
started
fine.
late, so we can end late, right?
I thought we were just trying to keep the schedule, so I went into let's close out the show mode and
Then you know what?
went straight into that. So I apologize.
Let's try some video angles so we can get everybody in. Here, Kayla, here's your... There's that. Why don't we... You know what? Why don't we move you over here? Why don't we move you here? So we just blew the clock.
David wants to keep the party going, so we're keeping the party going.
Is David our only listener?
David's got nothing else going on tonight except listen
That's
to me
all
on a
right.
Friday night, so I appreciate that, David.
Hey, this is what we got going on, and you are right here hanging out with the gang. So, do you have your fan?
David, we'll get you some swag. I saw
your.
your little post there. We have a little bit of swag. We'll work on getting you some swag.
Here, can you hand me a couple of those stickers?
We do have some Go Ham Radio stickers, and they are available for pickup.
No.
Just send us a request at our on our website at request@gohamradio.com.
Yeah, if you guys want some Go Ham Radio swag, we haven't gotten any Street Talk swag yet. We're going to be getting Go Ham Radio shirts, but currently we do have stickers. Nice UV coated and weatherproof stickers. So if you would like some, just email us your address at requests@gohamradio.com. Just put in the tagline free stickers and put your mailing address, and we'll send you 2 stickers in the mail. And we have these really cool magnets. They're custom magnets. Shout out to Sarah Stewart, who created these magnets for us. They've got the Go Ham Radio logo inside, and the magnets are awesome. They can hold up to 3 or 4 flyers on your refrigerator. These are the ones that you don't get rid of. So if you email us, we'll be able to send you a couple of stickers and a magnet for your collection. There are a limited amount of these, so first come, first serve. Vinny?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. If we're getting this party started, you got to give me some feedback here, or else this is just going to be the Kay Mella and Fancy Pants show. If you don't want to be a part of this party, it's going to be the David Kay Mella and Fancy show.
Excuse me, I just carried that whole interview by myself, Miss Kay Mella and Fancy Pants
Wait
show.
a minute.
It should have been the Kay Mella and Vincenzo show for a second.
Why don't you go grab what you can grab? She has to take a bathroom break for a moment, and when she gets back, what time did you say? We blew the clock, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we're 12:03 right now. How far do we want to go? How about that?
Well, you said it's 12:03. Hey, Roscoe, does he have a camera? He doesn't have a camera.
He does have a camera.
Does he have a camera?
Yes. Boy, it is cooking this week in San Diego. I'm sweating like a sinner in church right now. It is terrible.
Well, it's probably 12:04 right now, which means that it is officially Vincenzo's birthday.
Oh my. Oh, you guys, too much. Too much. My mother is still in labor right now.
Mine's weak.
She's almost broken her tailbone trying to get my fat 9-pound ass out of her.
There we go. Happy birthday, Vinny! Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
Blew the clock for his birthday.
Blew the clock for my birthday. Was that planned?
Well, instead of candles, you can blow clocks. What? I thought that was a good one. That's a good one. I mean, you
Wow.
can blow something else, but I was trying to be appropriate.
Oh my.
You know, we're here.
Well, here we are.
So how old are you now? 21, 22, 23?
92.
92.
I'm 92.
You know what?
That's code.
I think we
That's
all
code
have
for my age.
shots, maybe.
Okay.
That's code for my. So now we are taking birthday shots. This is fantastic. Well, I think I was born at 9 something in the morning, so we're about 9 hours away.
Oh, yes, Vinny, we do have a card for you.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
Vinny Cenzo.
I got my own Vinny
Got
Cenzo
some
card.
Jim Beam. Would you like a shot?
Oh my god, I need a
Wow.
Would you like a shot, a birthday shot?
Yes, I need a birthday
Right.
shot chaser.
Birthday shot chaser.
Yes.
I got some water for you. Right?
Do I open up my card now, live on the air?
Yeah, open it up. Make sure you show them the card and everything.
Alrighty, here we go. So here's my card. All right, birthdays should really be celebrated all month long. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Oh wow, everyone signs it, huh? Very cool. I won't read the personal messages out loud. But Vinny, this is right on time. Happy effing birthday. Love the Swift Gang. Look at that. Aren't they just a wonderful crew? She's definitely not a bartender.
No, I'm topping
Thank you
it
so
off. I'm the
much.
best
This is
bartender.
great. Hey, okay, well, you know what? This was definitely worth blowing the clock for. Thank you, David. David was probably somehow secretly in this as well, too.
Roscoe's really David. All right.
Yeah, no, I really do want to chase her.
Here, and I got you your shot right here. If you guys don't know,
It's like grape,
in order for me to
grapefruit
stay
soda.
fancy, I just don't drink because I end up sloppy. So I will. Roscoe, did you get your shot? Not yet. Oh, Roscoe,
Serve everybody
let me
but the
give you
DJ. How about Fark? How about our engineer?
a shot. He said he's
No,
driving.
he's driving. Okay, good.
Right,
That's
it's
the
a
birthday.
celebration. It's
I
a
love how-
situation.
I love how I got the biggest shot. Oh my god.
Well, it's your
Yeah, I know.
birthday.
Oh my god.
You think it's New Year in this? I'm gonna get my shot.
All right. So while Miss Fancy Plans is getting her shot ready to go, her non-alcoholic shot,
Grape juice.
her virgin shot, I want to say that this has been pretty cool. I was not expecting this, so thank you everybody for surprising me with this. This is pretty neat. I am 29 years old this year, and I'm expecting my third child in a couple months. And so as I enter the
Last year of your 20s.
My last year of my 20s, I guess I have a lot to reflect on and to think about going into this last year's.
Child?
My third child. I know, I got busy really early.
Beautiful though.
They're
Yeah.
triplets.
They're triplets.
They are.
I saw
Oh,
some
no.
triplets today, and I
Oh,
looked at them
no.
and I was like, "You're used to seeing twins," and I saw two of them looked alike, and then the third one was
Yeah.
kind of like, "Is that an older one by a year
Yeah.
or whatever?" And I went to the mom and I was like, "Twins?" She goes, "Triplets." Well, excuse the out of me. I didn't have 3 kids pop out of my one hole. Congratulations to you. They all look different. All right, well, Roscoe, why don't you come into the video feed? Are you in? No, you got to come over to Kay. Got to come over here. Come over to Farg. We're going to go and do a happy birthday cheer to the screen. We're going to cheers to David. David, you know what? We're going to pour you a shot. David, we're pouring you a shot. Who? Jen want a shot too? Jen said she wants a... Okay.
Who's drinking all these shots?
Okay, hold on. We're
I'm not
pouring
drinking
some
all
for the
these
homies.
shots.
So this one's for David. Pour a little for the homie Jen. My mom probably wants a double. Oh, shit.
Oh, now you're just getting sloppy and you haven't even drank
I
anything.
told you. Sloppy pants. All right. So somebody's going to have to take that one. But until then.
That's not me. I'm still driving home, too.
What? You already took.
No. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Oh, I topped it off. I'm the best bartender ever. Don't be a baby. You live 3 blocks away.
You can walk
He
home.
literally
could.
has walked here. All right.
It's a nice night.
Go with it. It's a nice nut. I got a fan for you. You can
Oh, man.
walking the streets of El Cajon. All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Happy birthday, everybody.
Cheers. Woo.
Cheers.
You're spilling all of
Because
it.
you filled it all the way up to the top. What am I supposed to do?
Cheers. Oh, that one was strong. Ooh, shots of grapefruit juice. Right?
Sweet mother of
My
God.
Mine doesn't work. All right. Well, happy birthday, Vinny.
Yeah, I'm going to feel that one in here pretty soon.
You know what? I think it'd be fitting to do a little horoscope
Yes.
so you can know a little bit about yourself. I know Vinny really likes to know about himself, and if you guys don't know, I know you guys don't know, but I do tarot card readings. I'm
Yes.
I'm part witch, so watch yourself. I have a whole little potion section. I can make you potions. I can put crystals on you and make you feel a certain type of way, but I got to keep those secrets
like crystal
a
meth.
secret. I don't do that crystal. We don't support that type of crystal by any means.
None.
All right, Vinny, I have an awesome thing for you. All right. Horoscope. I actually, just so you know, I amended it a little bit.
Okay.
I took out the mean stuff. They were kind of mean in this horoscope. I was
Well,
like,
if it's my horoscope, why would you? Don't sugarcoat it. I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Now, if it says like I'm going to have a sex change, then I got to really rethink about what's going on with that horoscope.
so I took it out.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, here we go. If your birthday is September 2nd, then you're likely to be a Virgo who is practical,
Okay.
detailed,
Yeah.
and analytical. Excuse
Yes.
me.
It can be anal.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I misread. Sometimes
Fake
you
news.
think too much.
Fake news.
Sometimes you think too much. You may be setting yourself up for disappointment and conflict when you do. When you do this, especially when your expectations don't measure up to reality. September 2 Virgos are generous and inquisitive people with a good head on their shoulders. They have the ability to sympathize with anyone and can give good advice. In addition, you may be someone who's an idealist. You are also equipped with a lot of energy. 3 kids.
Well,
You'll
They
need
suck all the energy out of me.
You'll need this to reach and maintain your desired levels of success. You're also likely to make a good parent.
That's true. I should write a book on parenting. Excuse my F word.
We're in street talk after hours.
That's the bourbon whiskey. They're
wow, the F bomb
in.
was dropped. Everybody take cover. So you're also more.
past 10 p.m. The FCC violate.
It's past midnight. It's
Yeah,
way
so we're
mid-
good. We're good.
What is it? 10 p.m.
This is
to
like
6 a.m.
Isn't now we get to watch HBO late night?
Oh yeah, nobody's getting naked. All right. So what else? You like to explore and take things apart to see how they work. More than likely, you'd be.
I'm not a tweaker. I don't do that.
You just said you did crystal.
Oh my.
No one does that over here. No one does that.
Oh my god.
It's not funny. There are people that do that,
And it's not funny.
and it's not funny. It's sad.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do them. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Anything important? Oh, it says if September 2nd is your birth date, your partner should know that you could be a bit moody and still need their support and love. So Tiffany, he still needs your support and love, even though he's moody.
Love me.
Love me, you're having my baby. I gave you the fan. I should be number 1.
Got no choice.
All right. Well, I got a question.
I have an answer.
You have 3 kids, or about to have 3 kids, right?
Yes.
What are some ways that you cut corners financially? What are some ways that you save money so that you can have a little bit of extra change for some fun?
Yeah, so some of the things that we do is, obviously I think probably what a lot of Americans do and probably what a lot of people do, at least what I think a lot of people should do if they don't already do it, is obviously, be mindful of where you shop, for food, things like that. Those are things that on a daily basis that you have control over, Maybe instead of going to Starbucks every morning and spending $6 on a coffee, okay, maybe you sacrifice a little bit and go get the tub of Folgers that's only $3 and you make your own pot of coffee at home and add your own cream.
Coffee is really cheap.
Or organic.
Right.
Is your
And
mic- is your mic on?
I don't know.
Sometimes one of the biggest things that we fight as consumers, and it's really a shame, the healthier food is actually more expensive, which then in turn becomes pricey. But sometimes what's deceiving too is those healthy foods aren't actually really healthy for you. It's just all in the name. So you end up spending $4 on something or $5 on something, and it's not even good for you to begin with. And so I think that's what makes it tough. Ooh, excuse me, that shot's working its way back up.
I was like, I
bit.
can smell it.
Yeah,
Did
sorry
you
about
just
that.
burp?
Yeah, my bad.
I was like, why does it smell like?
So, after midnight, we get into poor humor like that, smelly burps and toilet humor.
Well, it was a burp and not a fart.
Sorry.
So you save
one
money by
of the
shopping
things,
around?
yeah, one of the things that I do too is, and you guys have been over to my apartment before, that we have a garden, and so I do some gardening, and obviously there's a little bit of an expense that comes with that, but at the same token, if you're going to go buy, let's just say, quote unquote, organic tomatoes at the grocery store, and you're going to pay premium price for it, you might as well grow it yourself, and at least you know what you're putting in your own soil and so on and so forth. So I try to save money as I try to grow my own produce, because what's really great is, if you end up becoming kind of successful at it, you end up getting a lot back on your return. I mean, you might spend $5 to buy the plant, but if you get 3, 4, 5 weeks worth of tomatoes out of it, I mean, it's worth its weight in gold. So those are some other ways. And I know everyone's living situation is different. Maybe some people live in apartment complexes, so they might not be able to have a vast garden. I understand, but maybe a potted plant here or two on the balcony. It could save you a couple dollars here and there. Maybe it's something that you use all the time. I'm Italian, so I do use tomatoes pretty frequently. So I'll use that as a good example, which is why I have usually like 20 to 30 tomato plants, because between my family and everyone else, we use quite a bit of tomatoes frequently. It's a staple in our diet.
You're vegan, right? Do you live in an apartment?
Yeah, and I actually don't think it's that expensive, or I don't think it's more expensive to eat healthy. I just think people buy a lot of things that are labeled and say that they're healthy, but just regular fruits, vegetables, it's only probably like $1 more if you want to go organic, but fruits and veggies are really inexpensive. For me, going from eating meat to a completely vegan diet, I feel like I actually save money in groceries.
Because you're not buying the meats,
Yeah,
which
I'm not
are
buying
pretty
the
expensive.
meat, which is the more expensive part, and it's like cooking its time is cut in half. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, it's just way cleaner for me, and everything flows the way
Do
it
you
should.
snack more since you are a vegan and you're not preparing these meat meals, or do you still sit down and prepare like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah, I have 3 meals, and I think the misconception is like, you're vegan, what do you eat? And I think it's from a lot of people who transition to be vegan and don't transition the right way. Like, I eat a lot and I'm vegan, and I feel like I haven't lost any unnecessary weight. Like, being vegan is not like I am malnutrition, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So you have to supplement your vitamins the right way, and you have to be sure you know what you're doing when you do transition. But there's totally a way to supplement everything that you're getting from meat.
Do you take a multivitamin or a daily vitamin?
I do take a B complex every few days, just because B12 just goes in and out of your system so fast. But
Bitch
yeah.
complex.
That
Sorry,
doesn't-
I was just joking. That was a joke. Bad
my
joke.
God.
Sorry. Sorry.
The
But-
language is out with the shot.
It's after midnight.
Hey, you're the one who
anything
wanted to pour me a
goes.
double. That's your fault now. Okay.
But if you guys haven't seen What the Health on Netflix,
Yes. Trevor and I. Did you watch What the Hell? Did you tell me about What the Hell?
I did.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
told us about it. We saw it, and
It's
we
Yeah.
couldn't.
okay. So here's.
that was way after I became vegan, though. But
Wait,
it
but
answers a
isn't
lot of
that that the
questions.
one
Have
though?
you guys seen What the
Okay,
Hell?
hold on.
What the Health? Check
yeah,
it out.
yeah,
YouTube. It's free.
Yeah, hold on
Netflix,
though,
yeah.
real
Oh,
quick,
Netflix.
because before I've actually I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Oh, you haven't.
I haven't.
so, yeah.
Now here's
You
now
don't
hold on. But here's the thing: that's the one where they have it's the it's like half hamburger on the on the shot on the screen, right? When you pull it up on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah. It's like red and
so here's
white,
the deal, right? That documentary apparently is very, very biased, similar to the way that Blackfish was.
The one on
So
SeaWorld.
yes, so
Why and how? In what way?
well, I haven't watched it myself, so
Right.
I can't tell you.
I watched
from a personal
Blackfish
Well,
standpoint.
too,
here's
though.
the thing: is like
Well,
I
see, I think
watched
Blackfish
it.
is a bunch of crock of crap.
Yeah,
That's just
of
me
course.
personally.
I didn't even watch that.
But
Yeah,
this
see,
is the reason why What the Hell is not, because it literally answers every single question that like a non-vegan would have about being vegan. Like,
Yes, and it goes all the
why,
way to the
where,
end.
How? Yeah, even takes
Well,
it down to the institutions that control like the money and
Right.
stuff like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's all.
You
It's
know
a
what?
great
I'll take a look at
movie.
it. Which this is actually a great little tease because we have a segment on our show which will be normally featured. It's called Stream This, and it's different shows or miniseries or docuseries or it could be a movie that I will recommend on a week-to-week basis that we can check out. And we had one for this week. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it, but we'll have an opportunity next week to talk about Stream This. But that is something that I might have to take a look at for our Stream This segment because I would. It's definitely a hot topic button or a hot topic issue here in the United States, especially since being overweight and not eating right in a lot of ways is a big issue here. Me personally, I am overweight, and I'm willing to openly say that. I'm very comfortable and confident in myself that I could say that because at one point I was skinny and in shape and I looked great and I was twisted, stealing sex appeal. But what happens is my situation personally. I mean, yes, is it eating bad foods and wrong foods? It is a little bit of that, but it's more just a lack of exercise in my particular case. I think as Americans, if we exercise,
diet is way more important than exercising.
it is, and I think the reason why I haven't ballooned or gotten as heavy as I potentially could have been is because I take an extra effort to make sure that what I consume is actually good for me. So, on my end, all it takes is for me to get off my lazy butt a little bit and maybe go do, a 10-mile bike ride or, a 5-mile walk or something and just kind of stay active as opposed to being the person who goes to a fast food or chain restaurant every day, maybe twice or 3 times a day, and is also inactive and has a sedentary
I used to
job.
be like that. I used to eat fast food like twice a day growing up in New York. You know what I mean? Like it's just you're always on the go. It's like a time thing too, with a lot of people not having time to go
Getting
home
a dirty
and
water
cook.
hot dog on the side of the street
Yeah,
there, or a
just,
slice of pie,
And then when I came out to California and I was like, oh, real food, real vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, time to actually cook and think about what you're putting into your body. But even if you don't, it's, even if you watch it, it's not with the intention to turn you into a vegan, but just to inform you a little bit more about, it's not just like, oh, people trying to eat vegetables and lose weight.
It just,
You know what I mean? It's a lifestyle
exactly
change.
When I saw the movie, it was more of it was kind of like a roller coaster of emotions is really what it was. Because they start you off with, okay, this is the meat. We've all seen like all the different things about meat. Then they go through sugar. And then, you're like, okay, I'm not going to eat meat. I'll just eat everything but meat. And then they talk about sugar. And you're like, okay, no meat, no sugar. I can still pack my lunch. And then they get to like, okay, then all the mercury in the fish and all this. And you're like, well, then what the hell am I going to be eating? I'm just going to be like
right.
chewing on lettuce for the
Well,
rest
here's
of my
what you
life.
see, like, for
But
example, right,
it
like-
makes you more aware of what's in your food. So after that, we can't eat fast food anymore because now it tastes rubber to me.
Right.
Like it's
like I won't
like
eat
the
anything out of meat.
blindfolds are
Yeah,
up.
it really does. Yeah.
Yeah, because we fall for the marketing.
Yeah.
They say it's good, it's juicy, it's whatever.
Yeah, but it's
and
not what it really should taste like. And it's not the actual thing.
Exactly. We take a bite into it, and it's like now we both went to go get a sandwich, and I eat French fries now. Like, I'll mac on some French fries, and to me, I'm thinking, you know what? I'd rather die of a potato than die of some pus coming out of some pig.
I know. And in cheese, there's like a legal limit of like pus that's allowed to be in cheese.
Yeah.
Which was
You know
that.
what?
I
Cheese
saw
really
that,
isn't good
and I'm
anyway.
like,
I mean,
oh my
cheese can be good.
I make
eat
cheese on my own.
He does.
I do.
He has this cooking segment that we'll talk about next week, but he made his own butter. Like, turned his own butter. He makes his own pizza.
Little House on the Prairie style. Like, I was out with my bonnet on, just,
I have video of it. Exclusive video you can find on GoHamRadio.com under our media section.
taking shots of whiskey.
I have a couple of ways that you can save money. Some are... One thing I noticed when I had gone to Jamaica was they don't have running water like we do here. So when they do things that involve water, they ration. So when they brush their teeth, They brush their, turn the water on, wet the toothbrush, and then turn the water off. We as Americans have a tendency to let the water run. Also, when we do dishes, we have a tendency to let the water run while we're washing our dishes instead of creating a tub and then washing our dishes in the tub. So doing simple things like that can help save money on a water bill. You can register for SDG&E and see if you have low income. Then they can give you 35% off on your bills. You can also register to be an energy-saving household. You register for your household, and they'll send you free light bulbs and energy-efficient shower heads and different things like that you can put on your home, all for free. You can ride your bike to work, like Vinny said. He used to ride his bike to work all the time. What else do we have? You can get a roommate.
That was great. Oh, riding my bike to and from work was fantastic. Oh, my God. It was door to door, 10 miles. So I would ride like 20 miles a day. That was back when I was lean. Yeah, that Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal.
He would
it was
ride
so
his
good.
bike
Oh, I loved
to
it so much.
Spring Valley. Girl, I don't even drive to Spring Valley, and he's riding his Chevrolet legs the whole way. I'm not doing it. That's when I was like, you know what? That's you. Another one is use coupons. Use coupons and Groupons. If there's two of you, then sometimes it's actually cheaper to keep her because you can save money with your 2-for-1s and buy one, get one frees and things like that. And you can definitely utilize that. So if you don't have a significant other, maybe you should just talk to your best friend and you guys should just go ham on everything. Everything that's out there. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of the end of what we got with our show. It really doesn't matter. It's all just mumbo jumbo. We really just want you to check out this show and, get to see what we got going here. We're going to have different types of content. You guys can chat with us, email us, let us know what you want to hear. We're really just trying to keep you guys interested and entertained. Like I said, this is just street talk with the Swift Gang. So we're talking anything street talk. I know next week we were talking about, or we were thinking about talking about the homeless epidemic that we have here in San Diego and how it's kind of starting to get out of hand.
Really bad. Not just here in San Diego, as a matter of fact. It's really all along California major cities. Los Angeles, Northern California, Seattle, Portland. It's really, really bad.
It was really young in Portland. When we went up to Portland, it was like high school kids. Like the kids that get kicked out, they just decide they're going to be bums.
And really the only real excuse that I can think of, and I know we'll get more into it next week, but, you can't beat the weather out here on the West Coast. It is just... It is
I don't know. It's pretty hot right now.
Well, you know what? It is. It's hot. It's hot right now. But that's a product. That's a product of Miss Fancy Pants not opening up the windows prior to the show. So.
You know what? You should have brought your AC unit. I could have
turned
on the
my
AC
pregnant
unit,
wife needed the AC unit tonight. Therefore, I had to forfeit bringing it tonight.
Text me
and she's pregnant.
Text me the Amazon link and
7
I'll buy
months.
it and we'll have it by next week.
Honestly,
I'm a Prime member.
It's like $10.
Shout out to Amazon
Go
Prime.
get it at Target. It's the small Blizzard fan. It's like the one that's like the size of my computer.
We need a small Blizzard. Freak a fan.
It'd be nice right about now.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Right. What do you do? Oh. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Kamela, why don't you do a little closing? We're going to do our little closing. Roscoe,
go to bed.
why don't you come right on over here so you can get some closing words. We'll just get everybody in the same shot. You can stand right between Farg and Kamela, and we'll just kind of do our outros, our goodbyes, and all of that good stuff, and say thank you for watching with us. So are you ready, DJ? Come on over. Come on over in between Farg and Melissa, or Kamela. Right.
That's okay.
That's all right, All right, Vinny, let's do a round table. We'll go around. You'll start, and I'll end, and we'll just do some shout-outs and goodbyes. It'll go Vinny, and we'll do a round table this way. You and you guys can share the mics.
Okay.
So we can bring it out here so that you guys can all talk. There we go.
All right. Well, you know what? I want to, first and foremost, because it is our first show, I want to give a very, very special thanks to everyone who is still commenting and is still watching our show. I know we don't have too many listeners out there right now because it is the first show, but you guys are the originals, and it really does mean a lot to us that you're listening. David, Peggy, thank you so much. Jennifer, my cousin Vince, David, it's really great. Thank you guys so much. It it's people like you that give us the inspiration and the willpower to want to continue to do this and continue to go forward. Go Ham Radio is a great place for us to give a foundation for people who have worked in the radio industry and maybe have not had an opportunity to get a crack at it, or people in the music industry who have not been able to get their music out. So we want to give a foundation and a platform for everyone who has a dream and a desire to get their voice heard and get their music heard, an opportunity to get that stuff out there.
Everybody looking at each other.
So once again, thank you guys for listening. Please tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your family members. Share the page, like the page. We can't grow and we can't get bigger or better without your guys' help as well. So please, it means a lot to us, and we want to get bigger. We want to get better. We want to be able to obviously broadcast on a much larger platform, and maybe one day we'll all get picked up by some corporate radio station and make big bucks, and that would be fantastic. But until then, thank you, Miss Fancy Pants, Farg, Roscoe, our special guest, Kay Mella, tonight with her beautiful, beautiful song. And Miss Fancy Pants, what would you like to say to our listeners and everyone else before we go home?
Well, I'm going to toss it over to Kamela so she can do
Sounds good.
her little outros. We're going to do,
Yeah.
like I said, a little round table.
Okay.
So Kamela will say her goodbyes, and then I'll end it up.
Good?
This is good. This thing on? Can you?
Okay, is this
All
thing
right.
on?
So they can see you,
Tap,
and you
tap.
can just.
Okay.
This is your camera. Talk right into the camera. You can even get in their face if you want to.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Go Ham Radio for having me. This is like my first show ever. And I'm looking forward to putting out music. Once I put out the EP, I'll definitely be back.
Yay, we're
To
definitely
come
going to
see
have her
you
back.
guys.
And she'll have to sing the full song, or at least show us
or
a new video or
one.
something.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have new visuals soon. That project is coming out soon. Once again, follow me on Instagram, kay.mella. K-Mella on Facebook. My video for Who I Am is up on YouTube, so you can just search K-Mella Who I Am. Thank you guys. Love you guys so much. Have a great night and a safe weekend. Enjoy this beautiful weekend ahead.
DJ Roscoe, I would really like to thank all the members of the Swift Gang, and especially Camilla, for taking the time needed to make tonight a success. And to all our viewers and listeners and viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. Until next week, DJ Roscoe signing out.
What's up, guys? Sorry, I haven't talked in a bit.
Clear the throat, Farg. Clear the throat.
Excuse
there you
me.
go.
Yeah, I just to reiterate, thanks again, guys, for bearing with us here. We'll this is it's kind of fun. We're actually, it's definitely fun. Hopefully, you guys are having fun along
Damn,
with
our
us
engineer
here.
hates this. We might have for the first hour and a half. It was pretty brutal.
Shouting a little bit over
Yeah,
here. Yeah,
right.
No,
Giving growth an opportunity.
I'm stoked. I love the seat of the pants stuff. So this is
well,
what
we
I live
definitely
for
couldn't
here.
have done it without you. So thank you so much for troubleshooting all of our issues.
I fix things and I make music. I'm not the best with the technology stuff. So
Well, he's got a project that you're
I'm
going to
just
be
joking.
talking about, right?
We're just joking.
I've got some projects in the works. I've got some old stuff. If you want to see some of the other stuff I have a YouTube. I also have a SoundCloud. It's far.
I didn't even realize that. We got to make sure we get that all out there so people can check that out.
Oh, I'm lagging big time.
You're
on
lagging?
it, but we got
Lagging
some
on our video?
music.
Okay.
We got some music on the way. So
all right, that's
we'll,
great. I can't wait to hear that.
What's your SoundCloud?
It's long. Fargblarg, son of Marf Parf.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you go to gohamradio.com and
I
go
have a
on
bio
our
up,
shows, under Street Talk, you can click on his picture, and it'll give you a link to his SoundCloud. So you'll be able to check out his stuff there. If Fargbarg, son of Marf Plarf.
Don't even
See,
worry
I'm
about it.
butchering it.
Lord of the Rings.
That's it. I'm going to pass it off here. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Have a great weekend.
Right.
Yeah, so once again, everybody, thank you again for tuning in. Please share with everybody, friends, family. Go to gohamradio.com. We will be back next week on Friday, so exactly a week from today, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time until midnight. Tonight, we broke the clock because we had some technical difficulties, so we went a little bit longer. But we will be on from 10 p.m. to midnight Pacific Time. And next week, for sure, we will be a much better oiled machine. Can't guarantee a perfect oiled machine, but we will be much better.
Definitely.
Machine.
Like I said, make sure you subscribe and like to our YouTube or our Facebook and our website so that you guys can get emailed once we do upload our audio archives as well as a highlight video. My name's Miss Fancy Pants, and this has been a production of GoHamRadio.com.
Yep.
This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang every Friday night at 10 p.m. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks again. Have a great night.
Good night.
Streaming live every Friday night, it's Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.